Today I'm going to show you how to take the bus from KL Sentral to the airport. Alright, today I'm going to show you how to get from the center of KL City. In fact, I'm in Bukit Bintang, which is a pretty popular area to stay in. That's where I live, I like it here. But I'm going to show you how to get from Bukit Bintang all the way out to KLIA2. You could just as easily get to KLIA1 in the same amount of time. But today I'm going to KLIA2. And I'm going to show you how to get there on the MRT from Bukit Bintang to KL Sentral. And then from KL Sentral, I'm going to take the bus to KLIA2. Now, the bus is a good option if you've got a lot of time, if you're on a budget. It actually doesn't take much longer than the train, which is my preferred option. And of course, you could take a Grab taxi as well. A Grab's a good option if you're traveling with another person or a couple of other people. That way you can share the cost and it works out being cheaper than either the train. Oh, it's actually still not cheaper than the bus because the bus is really, really cheap, which you'll see today. But I think the Grab is a good option if you're traveling with another person or a couple of people. And the train is actually my preferred option, but today we're doing the bus. All right, so I'm gonna also let you know how long it takes to do all of this stuff. So right now it's 2:40 p.m. and I'm walking down the hill through Changkat here on the way down to the MRT station, and I'm going to keep track of the time at various points along the way so that if you're making a similar journey, you can get a pretty good idea of how long it's going to take you to do the same sort of thing. And yeah, let's do it. Oh, by the way, I think walking around like this with the phone a meter away from my body is asking for trouble. KL's a pretty safe place, but there are often phone snatchings, bag snatchings, and I make a habit of not having my phone too far away from my body at all times, usually. So I'm pretty uncomfortable at the moment having the phone all the way out there. So I'm gonna be a little bit aware of what's happening around me. I'm gonna put it away right now. All right, I just stopped back there for a second. I had to buy a power adapter because I brought the wrong charger for my laptop. And yeah, shop around if you're gonna get little things on the side streets around Changkat, because I went to one shop and the guy started at 80 ringgit and he went down to 50 ringgit and I said no thanks. It was a pretty good one though. It was international to international, any to any. And then I went to another shop and the guy started at 20 ringgit for exactly the same thing, so shop around. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back to it. I'm just walking down into the MRT station here in Bukit Bintang. The time is now 2:50 p.m. and I'll show you which line you need to get on when I get down here. You need to go to platform 2 towards Sungai Bulu, go all the way down to the bottom of the escalator. 3 minutes until the next train. So you can see they're spaced about 7 or 8 minutes apart. So from Pavilion to Muzium Negara is just 3 stops. Actually, Muzium Negara is connected to KL Sentral, but that's the one we want to get on. Just arrived in Muzium Negara. The journey from Bukit Bintang to Muzium Negara takes right about 10 minutes exactly. It's a bit of a walk from the Muzium Negara train station into the rest of KL Sentral, but now we're here. This is where you'll find the KTM line, the LRT line, and the Airport Express train goes from here as well. And it's also connected to a big shopping mall called New Central. And by the way, the MRT is just one option that you could have taken to get here by public transport. I like the MRT system, but you could just have easily has taken the monorail from Bukit Bintang. And if you take the monorail from Bukit Bintang to KL Central, then you'll get off and walk through the shopping mall New Central, and you'll come down these escalators into the KL Central hall here. There's people everywhere, it's really noisy, but you need to walk to the end, which is underneath New Central. So if you see McDonald's, it's at the opposite end from McDonald's. If you see McDonald's, you're at the wrong end, you need to turn around and go back the other way, and I'll show you where to go from this end. Oh, by the way, the time is now 3:10, I think. So it's about a 5 to 7 minute walk from the Muzium Negara station to KL Central and then down here to the bus. It's about a 7-minute walk. When you get down here, you'll find a couple of different places selling tickets. If you're going to KLIA2, just look for a place that says KLIA2. If you're going to KLIA1, look for a place that's selling tickets for KLIA1. And yeah, there's a bunch of different buses that go. How much are tickets?
5 ringgit only.
5 ringgit?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if you've got big bags, put them down below. If you've just got a backpack, you can take it on board. Here's my ticket. I've got no idea why it was only 5 ringgit, but I'll take it. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Thanks, boss. We're off. I don't know why the bus ticket was only 5 ringgit today, but I'm not going to complain, I'll take that. So that means I've got myself all the way from the center of the city out to KLIA2 for only 6 ringgit and 60 cents, was it? 660, 630? Yeah, like $1.50 US. And the bus is quite comfortable, it's air conditioned. The journey takes, depending on traffic, around an hour. You know, maybe if it's peak hour traffic, it might take an hour and a half. Which is why my preferred option is the train, because you always know what you're going to get with the express train. It's just 35 minutes, bang, bang, no messing about with traffic. But, you know, if you're in no rush and if you're on a bit of a budget, the bus is quite good. It's comfortable. I'm in no rush today. And for 5 ringgit from KL Central out to the airport, I'll take it. That's fantastic. And I'll show you what the bus looks like inside as well. Not too crowded, big comfortable seats, air conditioned. Definitely can't complain. It's a little bit bouncy, but hey, that's a bus for you, right? And it's a nice day, so we've got a nice view of the city here as well. Beautiful. Now, the previous times that I've been on the bus, it has been full. It's been, yeah, completely packed, and it's usually always been 12 ringgit. So I don't know what's going on today. I don't know why it's not full and so cheap, but hey, no complaints. Thanks, boss. And here we are, KLIA2. It's 4:10, so that took exactly 55 minutes, and that's about the shortest amount of time that you could expect it to take from KL Central to the airport on the bus. Other times I've done the trip, it's taken 60, 70 minutes. It's never taken any longer than 70 minutes. I've done it now a handful of times. But I can imagine if you did it during peak hour traffic and if you got really unlucky, maybe it might take an hour and a half or even longer. So plan accordingly depending on what time of the day you'll be doing the trip. But it's really comfortable, it's really cheap. I don't know if it's going to be 5 ringgit when you do it. I think you can probably expect for it to be 12 ringgit because that's what it's been every other time I've done that journey. I don't know what's happening today. But when you arrive, you'll be downstairs in like the bus terminal area. And basically you just need to head upstairs to the check-in. And if you're arriving at KLIA2, which is the terminal that you need to come to if you're flying with Air Asia, that's this terminal. There's actually some really good food options here as well. So if you're hungry, if you arrive early enough, you can grab a bite to eat, grab a nice juice or something. Yeah, it's a pretty comfortable airport. Actually, I think this airport feels a bit like a shopping mall that just happens to have airplanes taking off and landing as well. So anyway, that's it for how to get from KL Central to the airport by bus. If you enjoyed today's video, if you found it helpful, do me a favor, smash that like button, give me a thumbs up, I really appreciate that. If it's your first time here on the channel and you want to see more videos like this, if you want to learn how to make the most of your time in KL, subscribe to the channel, I'll put that one right here. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.